Fans of Passport Bro and beloved YouTuber Floyd Wallace were shocked as the Nebraska native ended his months-long absence from live streaming with an explosive announcement that he may become a father in August and that he was leaving the country by the end of the month. Wallace said that he had met someone late last year who had a boyfriend, but apparently agreed to have sex with the former First Amendment auditor. Because the woman had a boyfriend at the time of the encounter, he said that he doubted that the baby was his and that he wanted a DNA test. While he admitted that the woman said that her boyfriend had been out of the picture for some time, Wallace refused to embrace fatherhood until the woman took a paternity test to prove that he was the father of her baby. The YouTuber complained that the woman suspiciously did not want him to be at the birth of the baby in August for religious reasons. He went on to rate her a 6.5 or 7 out of 10 in physical beauty, and that he'd be proud to have her as a partner. However, her personality was trash and would prevent him from a long-term relationship. Wallace showed no concern for the baby, who he said was a boy, and indicated that he would play no role in the baby's life unless presented with confirmation that he fathered the child. Even then, Wallace said that he never wanted children with an American woman, and had previously talked about his plans to avoid palimony by leaving the country should he get a woman pregnant while outside the United States. He then announced that he would be leaving the country in mid-July or early August, as he was planning on buying a one-way ticket to Colombia. Once in the country, Wallace said that he would be filing to extend his visa for a full 6 months, as he had no intention of returning to the United States until the end of the year. Wallace, who had just woken up at the start of the live stream, would return to bed during the live stream. Lying in bed, he said that he hadn't been to the gym in quite some time and had not had sex in the same amount of time. After previously promising to stop fundraising for travel money, Wallace highlighted his Cash App link in his side chat and said that while he wasn't actively fundraising, people could donate if they wanted to, and all proceeds would go to his next trip. Wallace also announced that he would be fundraising for trips to Thailand, the Philippines, or Kenya, as he could not afford to pay for those trips on his own. He would later share that his Instagram and Facebook accounts had been terminated, and Instagram had never replied to his attempts to appeal his ban. How this will impact his future interactions with women is unclear, as Wallace is famous for using the pickup line, "You got Insta? You got WhatsApp?" as his main attempt to attract women. Updating his employment status, Wallace said that he briefly had a job, but that it didn't work out. He did not say how he'd finance his extended trip to Colombia, though he announced that one-way tickets to the country were cheap. Wallace revisited his travel trip of booking 2 Airbnbs, or an Airbnb and a hotel, as he was staying in Colombia. He again explained that his belongings would be stored at his main hotel, or Airbnb, and that the second, lower-quality Airbnb would be used for dates. Remaining paranoid about being drugged while overseas, Wallace said that any woman with a sexual photo on a dating app was out to drug and rob men. Wallace did not address the loans that he had previously taken from his followers, that he promised a 200% return on investment before ending the live stream. When directly asked about the loans, Wallace refused to answer and quickly changed the subject. This is a developing news story.